I need cereal with this milk. Yep, I'm on a hunger strike again because I have 2 pizzas left and a lot of Marie calendars that I didn't ask for. But I accept what else is offered to myself, and they know that I've eaten that before. But I wanted to order California Pizza Kitchen pizzas instead. Uh, and at this point, I would like to amend. I just want the pizzas with cheese and any kind of vegetable would be fine. Any kind of cheese. So I find that I've been baking raw chicken, and I don't touch raw chicken and I don't bake it. I am a chef and I don't bake raw chicken or raw anything. No raw meat. Raw anything, no raw meat. My overlord is making a threatening. I realize that, but the camera is not locked up. It's just for myself. I'm posting this on the internet, and there are viewers on the internet. So could you speak for the viewer as well? I don't prepare raw meat. Apparently, I have, but I don't. So, what raw meat did I handle? There was a small amount of raw meat on the California Pizza Kitchen pizza, raw chicken, and then there was one of the pizzas, and then there was raw chicken or raw beef or raw bacon or raw turkey in the Marie calendars, pot pies, and then there was some other Marie calendars that had chicken in them that must have been raw. Well, I ate them in an emergency, and now I'm not in that emergency is not true. I still need food. Well, now I'm speaking as the overlord. There's no home in the threatening that's being made to myself, which is you spend money on yourselves because that's how I can have anything at all. Out of that, you don't owe me anything. I'm just not financially independent from everybody who's not myself. How do you know you don't pay out what you owe somebody? How do you know what else that you would get? Because you also are not in prison. Well, if you are in prison, the prison would decide whether or not you pay something out to outside of the prison with the prison office, but that is due deceased. If you are in a prison, you went from jail to prison, and once you're in the prison, you're not due to socialize or do anything with money in the world. You're due to pay out restitution while you're in the prison. You're not paying out restitution from prison offices being deceased. That I have to bring that up. If you see an office in a jail, then you need to say the prison has an office deceased. Or you could be in a prison with an office, and that's you in a lot of trouble. And we don't know that trouble because you're not in the prison with an office right now. You're in a housing with internet and you're entertaining yourselves on my emergency. and you don't see it as your own emergency, you're going to send me comments is not due. I used to be a child-sized Godhead, the size of a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, and 14 years old. And when I was between 14 and 15 years old, I reached full height. I didn't think you could afford me, but you sort of said that to me. You think that I can't afford all of you. I am vetted is not due. I am the order. So Mitch is the super feeder who's giving me food when no one else will. You won't give it to me because I am myself, and then you put food in your own mouth is not due because it's not really true that I don't alive yourself. I do, but I didn't form yourself, and you don't have any definition on that I did not form you is how you do not punish me with that I am not yourself argument. I am not yourself is alive that way for you because you are formed by Jesus Christ. And I am clearly not Jesus myself. You know, Jesus formed me as well. He formed me with female genitals on the Godhead. And I am deceased right here out of the genitals having been formed. And I'm saying that with myself right here. So what's your excuse for the way you've been treating me? If I'm not Jesus and I'm not you, what's your excuse for your disbelief in myself? And where is that going? Because I'm deceased out of my genitals, and I'm going to cause your death that way. And you just don't know who you hurt with yourself. That's an animal, a little figure of an animal. We call it a cow, but it's a figure of a cow. And we're not allowed to say that that's a cow because it's not a cow to us. It's a cow to me because I alive the food supply and I alive what is a cow. But I don't form it. I don't form the cow. So it's not a cow by form to me, but it's a figure of a cow to me. But to you, it's an animal and you don't speak. You're not allowed to say that's a cow. You don't alive it that way. You didn't form it. It's not yours. It's a happy figure of a cow, happy cow for me, but not For you. For you, it's not yours. You can't have it. It's not about you. It's not for you. I need to wash my robe for a number of reasons. I need to wash my robe because it has been exposed to raw chicken tonight. I need to wash my robe because I think I might have accidentally splashed myself with a small amount of milk out of my mouth. And I need to wash my robe because I went out to the dumpster and I don't like being out there. It's not as clean as if I'm just in here, so I need to wash the robe for that reason. I need to wash the robe because I used a dustpan and a broom to sweep up a live cockroach and a dead cockroach and take them outside. So I need to wash my robe for that reason, but I don't need to wash my robe 4 times over for those reasons. I would just need to wash the robe and it would be clean for the next time I wear it. And that's what's wrong with you. I'm 4 washes behind that I would wear it again, but I wouldn't for myself wash it 4 times. I don't even have water that way to myself. I wouldn't waste any water. It's God's water, and He gives me a generous amount of water in my life, so I conserve it, and I do live a long life that way. A full life that way. I have what I need in life that way. But it's true that I don't know you as God because you don't afford that I do things for myself, with myself, by myself, witnesses myself. You don't have it paid for that I am in order. You say harsh words to me and you set it up in front of me that you're going to speak harshly with myself. You set it up. You do it maliciously, and you do it because you excuse yourself. I'm sorry that you're not myself. I'm sorry that you are yourself. I am myself, is myself, and it's not going to change for anything. I don't know. I don't owe you anything because I don't actually need you. And yet you're still there. You have not made yourself deceased by doing that. You've not died an unclean death by doing that. You might be shunning, but you don't want to shun because you come out of shunning and you don't have that paid for. You can't afford that you have been shunning and you come out of shunning. You can't afford that because you weren't there before. You were shunning. You weren't there. You can't come out of shunning and then carry on with your life. You can't. That's illegal. You need to be in prison. The prison can afford that you shun in a prison. You cannot do that around the public addresses and high-speed trafficking, including airplanes. You cannot shun. You cannot come out of shunning like God and be a commander